It is a beautiful morning and 7 days to die. Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick. It's day 51. Wow, it has been a while since I recorded a video. And it has been a while since you guys have seen an update from the world. You can see a huge vein of coal right here. Guess what? We get to take all of that out of there. And there is also down in this area, there's lead in the walls. But ladies and gentlemen, we are down at Bedrock. Waha! We are down at Bedrock over in the town. Right here, near the trader, fire station, and of course our Horde Knight base. And that goes all the way up to the surface. And we're going to head over to the Horde Knight base. I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys to kind of kick off this video. So unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time to mine for the rest of the proceedings here. But basically, I just kind of want to give you guys a really quick kind of outline of what's going to happen down in this area. So basically, we're going to have wall, space, wall. And over here, we're going to have wall, space, wall. I actually decided I'm not going to do a ladder down here. There is only going to be hay. You're going to land on hay bales as you drop down this huge shaft. And that's going to be I don't want to put a ladder here because I don't want the zombies thinking they can pathfind through here. And I think if we don't put a ladder down here, maybe they won't think that they can. Or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, this will be an open area. And there's going to be electric posts in here running across this whole thing. I'm going to have switches up in the POI and hopefully over in the Horde Knight base. It's going to be tricky to wire the way that wiring and stuff works in this game. But I knew I was going to forget to turn this off. So here's the thing. I've never actually had in-game music on in this game. And actually, it's actually pretty good. Let me leave it on for a minute. Like, it's actually pretty decent. Like, it's actually pretty good. But so I recorded most recently the World Tour Part 1. That's the last thing I recorded, even though you guys have seen it by now weeks ago. Just the way that the release schedule is working for videos. You guys are getting a little peek behind the curtain here. I'm not shy about peeks behind the curtain. I don't know why some content creators are. This is the way the schedule works. But yeah, when I went to Alpha 15 and then came back to Alpha 19, there's a lot of different audio and video settings, and it kind of changed some of them around. So I had to kind of reset everything when I came back to 19.3. What I need to do is I need to bulk record all the stuff I need to record in 15.2 and then come back to this alpha to stay permanently. But let me head up to the Horde Knight base here. You're going to notice rebar frames right there, and of course leading all up the shaft here. I dug out the entire shaft underneath the Horde Knight base, but I need a ton of concrete, as you can see, to upgrade this. And we need to actually drop off our auger and some of our gas. Look at all the stone we've got. I mean, I am never going to hurt for stone again. It's kind of reaching that point of, like, you ever play Minecraft or whatever, and you get like tons of cobblestone, tons of stone if you use Silk Touch or whatever. That's kind of the space that I'm in right now. Boom. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? We've just got a metal paint on the walls here, and then we've got this kind of pop rivet feel underneath the generators, and then on the ceiling we actually have the reinforced steel texture going on up there. I'm really a big fan of that, and then I like this little pop of color with the red framing out the ladder. But yeah, we need to actually ditch off our... Where's that auger? Yeah, auger is going to go over in here like so. And yeah, we've got so much stuff. I'm actually going to leave this in here. Why not? But we've got a ton of stuff to get rid of. That AK, you see that AK is level 5. I've got a level 6 one. I think I picked this up in an airdrop. And I also have a level 3 heavy machine gun. I'm super excited. So the last episode that I edited chronologically was the Horde Knight Day 42. So I got to relive the embarrassment of not locking ammo in those 9mm SMG turrets all over again. And kind of lamenting at that point that I didn't have a good AK. Now I've got a great AK. Now I finally am going to have a use for all this rifle ammo. that I have. Nothing really is fundamentally changed about down here. Well, I shouldn't say that, because for sure this is going to be a huge, huge change for you guys. There we go. We now have a fully accessible interior perimeter. You can see all of our electric fence posts here. There's actually one of these I have to rewire because I accidentally destroyed it. I believe it's this one right here. And, I mean, I didn't think when I was building the POI to put concrete underneath these. But these things are still actually supported as long as there's a block on either side of the top portion of them. I didn't realize that at first. So I took that one corner piece out and it fell down. I have to try to rewire it if I possibly can, because it's leaving some gaps in this part of the perimeter over here. But we now have a fully accessible perimeter interior and exterior. We can get to all of the electric fence posts, which I'll be 100% honest is a great thing. You can see we've got matching over here. This is where the fan blades are, and matching that over there. All of these were damaged in some way. Some of them pretty significantly to where they would not have survived an entire horde night again. So I'm really, really glad that I actually took the time to dig this whole thing out so I can access all these things and get in here to repair them. We've also done a lot of concrete work and whatnot. You can see in here, I have used so much concrete, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, let us head up top here. And yeah, there we are. There is our POI over there. Oh, that almost hit that spotlight and I was going to get mad. That really makes me, this upsets me, that when you don't have the HUD up, it just shows the gun in front of you instead of giving you like the scope to look down. So, all right, we're going to have to jump down here. Bloop. But if I turn around here, you will see we have now upgraded the entire exterior shell of this, except for the top rim there. We're still working on that. All of this has been upgraded with reinforced steel. So this is now, I don't think it has the steel polish in this game anymore. It used to, like if you see those World Tour videos, you see like that super shiny chrome texture, because you used to be able to, after you upgraded it to reinforced steel, you used to be able to take it and polish it with this polish you could buy from the traders. I haven't seen that stuff in the game. I don't know that it exists or not. And I mean, I'm going to say that it doesn't, because when I click on this, I don't get any like error message saying that I don't have the right materials to upgrade it. So I don't think it's possible anymore. I think actual forged steel, upgrading this to steel reinforcement is about as good as it gets. So yeah, I now upgraded this entire thing. Given the last Horde Night, given the trouble that we had, I mean, upgrading that to steel makes perfect sense. Having better guns, like an AK, like a heavy machine gun, those kinds of things that can put out a lot of bullets really quickly, makes a lot of sense. And I think I mentioned it toward the end of the video, but staying up top and just raining down fire, continuing to use those Molotov cocktails, I think is going to be a really, really good idea as well. Of course, we're still 5 days away from Horde Night, so we've got plenty of time before we go. But let me show you guys what I've done over here. So this obviously was just a destroyed building. I went through and I actually took out all of the broken ground, the destroyed ground. Over here by the parking lot, I replaced it all with gravel. And then I replaced the rest of this with soil all the way around the rest of this building. So there's no more of that kind of destroyed rubble texture going on in here. And I also have started upgrading a lot of this into concrete or reinforced concrete. I've got to do some painting over here. Obviously, I want to copy this floor texture. And I want to kind of build the same exterior that was out here. And we're also building this out here. I need more concrete for everything. I need so much concrete right now. Did I? Thought I just saw a zombie. But yeah, we are doing a massive farm project up here where we've got hops, we've got aloe, we've got our chrysanthemum, and we've got our goldenrod up here. And I've even got some super corn planted over here in the corner, actually. Give me this. Because I should be able to do one more seed. Perfect. Bro. And I think we're going to bring some potatoes and some regular corn and some other things over here as well to really kind of get everything growing in this garden. But this is going to be a much much, much bigger garden than the one that we have over at the main base where we're growing our corn, our coffee, our blueberries, and our potatoes. Welcome back, everyone, and you can see now that the tunnel from our main base is now grown so long that I have now taken a mini bike down into the tunnel here, so that way we can kind of start driving our way back and forth through the area here. Do I need to do this necessarily? No, but I keep running out of stamina as I try to leave the tunnel, and it's driving me kind of nuts. I also hate trying to turn around in this game. There we go. Well, I have hit the mother lode down here, as you can kind of see. We found an iron deposit, which is this guy right here, which is actually pretty sizable. Then we actually found a lead deposit right connected to it. And then right behind that, another iron deposit. So we have actually found quite a bit of stuff. So I dug my way down here. We've dug some structural braces in here because I've been digging out a lot of the supplies. I don't want the system to cave in here. But yeah, we've opened up some raw material veins, which is really, really great. We actually built another entryway for what will be, at some point, an extra chamber, basically just to dig out this nitrate deposit that's right here. Again, we've got structural supports going up here. But basically, I just kind of want to, you know, start working more on this base. Eventually, we're going to kind of connect this up to this flag here. We're about right here, right now, and that's going to connect us here. We're going to go all the way to here, and then we're going to continue from there over to here, and then up to our horde bases, where that tunnel system is going to end. I do at some point need to build an above-ground entrance to the tunnel system as well, so we can bring at least the mini-bike up and down from the surface, like to a connected garage system, or something of that nature. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do just yet, but back here at the main base, we are smelting up some cement mix. Obviously, we are making some forged iron, and we are working on, well, more forged iron and more forged steel. Smelting those kinds of things down. We have tons more concrete working in our concrete makers. However, I need to move all this stuff, or maybe not move it, but I, at the very least, need to build new versions of all of this stuff. I'm moving all this base. Like, over here, where we've got all this underground area over here at the main base, like, I need to start producing forged steel, forged iron, and concrete down there, so that way it's right there in the city, and I can work unhindered without having to come back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth for supplies. Even though I've got vehicles, I can stash a whole bunch of the inventory on. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just not practical to keep coming back and forth when I'm the only one in this world. So literally, like, building the horde defenses, you know, scrapping POIs, gathering materials, all that kind of stuff is all me. Like, it's not like I'm on a server full of people where this person's assigned this task or this task or this task or whatever. It's all me, basically. Speaking of all me, we've also got some 9mm bullets made in here. Why don't we grab these and bring those back over to the main base as well. I painted this, so I knew it was a drink cooler, even though the sides of these don't match up, and I don't like that necessarily. But nothing else looks good. If I paint these like a darker color, or if I paint these like this taupe metal color, which I just realized that's the same color that we painted the walls back in the emergency bunker. Well, whatever. I'm not really all that concerned about it. But yeah, not a whole lot has changed here. But I mean, what I'm gonna kind of do leading up to the next horde night, and probably after the next horde night. So, why am I on the mini? Don't take the mini bike. What I'm going to do, you know, leading up to the next horde night and after the next horde night is we are going to start kind of finalizing this POI. Like, I want to finish it. I want to paint it, get this iron deposit either closed off or get a more proper entrance to it built. This is just kind of, you know, ramshackle here. But I just want to kind of get all the rest of this stuff painted. I want to take some paint up to the normal house, repaint it so it looks like a uniform color again and not like half of a house built on top of a concrete bunker anymore. I want to shore up the greenhouse so it's not so easy for a bear to jump over the wall and like climb into my kitchen and then half beat me to death. Which is 100% what happened. It like jumped right up in here on the wall and it really came in here and it scared the crap out of me, guys. Do we have any friends out here? Anybody? Anybody? I had a zombie horde come over the hill last time I actually played. They came right down over the hill. I just heard footsteps and all of a sudden they just started kind of trickling through that little corridor there. But yeah, we got to extend this upward another block here. We want to make sure that they can't get in this area here. And then, yeah, I just want to kind of pretty the rest of this POI up before inevitably we leave it for good. And then, you know, we're probably going to stop producing materials here wholesale I don't even know. Relatively soon, though. We're going to stop kind of producing anything here and just have everything being produced out in the town, because it's going to be, again, right next to all of our stuff, where we're not going to have to worry about what we've got going on in there. I'm just kind of looking at my roofs out here and seeing if everything is shored up. Because, I mean, we're going to come through the interiors. We're going to paint all the interiors, even though we're going to lose some. I might try to do some of this burnt wood aesthetic and merge it with the wallpapers and stuff and merge it with, like, this ceiling aesthetic. I don't know yet. I don't know necessarily what I want to do. But, yeah. So let's grab the motorcycle. Why is that damaged? I mean, I know it was probably me that damaged it, but we won't call attention to that. But yeah, that's what's going on at the main base, and that's basically all I've got to report right now. I'm going to let all my forges and everything kind of keep working. I'm going to drop off this other stuff over at the base over here. I'm going to grab my auger, and I'm going to keep digging probably through the night and really expand the scope of this thing. So the next time that you guys see it, it's going to be a fully fleshed out underground bunker with concrete walls, and we're going to hopefully have started getting some, you know, workbenches, forges, concrete makers, all that kind of stuff working down in the base down there. Because, yeah, I mean, this is getting tiresome. Like, I waste so much gas just going back and forth from this POI all the time. I don't need to do this all the time. The only time I ever need to go back there is if I, right now anyway, until I get the garden fully stocked up. And I could honestly do that now, I just haven't. But until I get, like, the garden fully stocked up out here, I only need to really go back to that POI for food. I shouldn't have to go back there for materials, or maybe just to collect extra materials that I just don't have a ton of. I should only be going back there like once every 3 days, maybe. But I'm wasting so much gas going back and forth, and it's just not feasible anymore. So, I love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really does help me out a lot. And make sure you leave a like on the video if you like this kind of content, so that way you see the other kind of stuff. Also, ring that bell so you're notified whenever I release new content. For right now, I'm going to stick with the twice-a-week release schedule until or unless something changes. And then, of course, on the Fridays, you're going to get the special World Tour series, where you're going to get the Alpha 15 stuff. And, I don't know, judging on when this comes out compared to everything else, you might even be into the Alpha 16 stuff. I don't know the exact release timetable yet and how that's all going to kind of flesh out. I actually finished this pathway here, got all my gravel in place. So this building is definitely not there. Thank you. I really need to, like, my draw distance being so low, like, really sucks, but it does make the game perform a lot better when I'm not trying to paint in those chunks that are, like, way far away from, whoa. Man. But yeah, but we are back here, and that is going to do it for another episode of 7 Days to Die. I love you guys. You are amazing, and I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Tomorrow in-game, you guys won't see it, but the traders restock, and I'm going to go and I'm going to see what the other traders have in store for me. See if I can't finish off some skill books. And also, probably, I might want to spend some of these 7 points. I really have been slacking on that. I don't know if I showed you guys this. I did get all 7, or all 6 of the books, I should say, in Art of Mining. All 7 of the books, I guess it were. And I unlocked this, so I have a 20% chance to one-shot any ore, which makes taking an auger through, like, an iron vein or something, like, insanely fast. Because 20% of the time you're one-shotting an ore, and, like, the auger, I don't even know how fast it spins or how many times it does things. But we've also got Sniper. We can bulk craft that and craft a ghillie suit, and then Spear Hunter, which is absolutely worthless to me. But, of course, we're searching for the rest of our skill books here. We've got to finish up our garden over here. I want to do some more things to this decoratively. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the bottom of this POI yet. I mean, it was all dilapidated. I fixed half of these blocks up, and I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea what I actually want to do to this POI here. So, I don't know. You'll find out in a future video, just like I will find out in the future whenever, by the time I'm watching this back and editing, I'll probably have figured something out. I love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, a wonderful week, whenever you're watching this. I hope that you're doing really, really well. Go out there with love and with positivity in your hearts, and take good care of yourselves and those around you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of 7 Days to Die. Bye.